Ever end up with a muddy mess instead of that beautiful color you thought you were mixing? You're not alone, and we're gonna fix that today. Welcome to my studio, and let's get started. We're starting off with white, ultramarine blue, cadmium orange medium, cad yellow medium. I have two different brushes, and I have tapped them in the water, and I am tapping them off on a paper towel. You want some moisture in your brush, but you definitely don't want it sopping wet. Now, there are two ways to mix paint. You can use a palette knife, which I seldom do, or you can use your brush. I'm going with my brush today. The mistakes that I see beginners make most often is not mixing enough paint, particularly on their background. So we're not really going to talk about that too much today. Just use more paint. Don't be afraid. It's okay. Use more paint, particularly when you're toning your canvas and on your backgrounds. We're going to take today the blue. I'm going to pull it off. You don't mix this. You pull off some. And if you need a lot of paint, then you pull off more and you put it off to the side. Now, I want to make gray. So I'm going to start from the back of this orange, pick up some orange. They are opposites on the color wheel and they will mute the color. You can get a nice gray with this, depending on, do you want a warm gray or a cool gray? Now that looks kind of brown. I'm going to take some white. I'm again taking it from the back. White is the great equalizer and it will tell you what you have. Okay, so that is a warm gray. If that's something you don't like, you want something cooler, then pick up some more blue. There we go. It's getting cooler right there. I didn't mix it like crazy. I always say don't mix it up like cake batter. And you can see on my brush that there are still other colors in there. You want to see that. It'll mix on your canvas even more. If you mix this up like you're mixing a cake, you may as well just pour some paint out of the tube and use that, which I 99% of the time never ever do. So I can use the color that I have right there. This is a not portable. This is a paper palette and it's gray so you can see the color. Now, if that color is not enough, I'm going to come over here. If it's not light enough, I'm going to come over here and pick up some more white, and out here on the edge, I'm going to mix it up. Okay, so now here comes this one. Oh yeah, look how they look next to each other. Yeah. Okay, so if that's still not light enough for what you want, again, I'm taking it from the back and I'm out here on the edge of what I just mixed up. I'm not trying to mix the whole piece up. So here you get your values. There we go. So you can see the values that we made just by working off the edge. We have plenty of paint here to do some things with. Now I'm gonna first off pinch wipe off my brush to get most of the excess paint off. And now I'm going to mix, let's say we needed some yellow in our sky. Okay, we want to have a nice sunset. So I pulled it off over here. Okay, now let's see what that does just by itself with not mixing anything. Okay, yellow paint is very transparent, as is most acrylic paint. So I'm going to come over here on the back and pick up some white out here on the edge of the yellow. Okay, that's not very different. That might be one step different. Let's try to get a little more. Out here on the edge. See, I'm not trying to mix this whole thing. That's where beginners get into trouble. They sit here and they do this and this and this and this, and they just go forever. I've taught hundreds, probably thousands of beginners. And that's the main problem that I see. Okay, so here comes this. Okay, now we're getting another complete value. So if you're trying to do a flower, for example, you have to have the different values, and you're just not gonna get it by putting the same thing down. Let's go one lighter step, and I'm adding a lot of white this time. I have a lot of paint in my brush, so I don't need to pick up any more yellow or anything. Now here we go. So now you have 4 different values in the yellow, and that was all we used. Now we could, leaving this paint in here, come over here and pick up some orange. I want to make sure you can still see this. Okay, and I'm going to add some yellow to that. I'm just adding these so you can see how to mix. Okay, now when you look at this, you see both colors. And that's the important, and look at my brush. You see a lot of the white, a little bit of the yellow, and a lot of the orange. Okay, so now I'm not sure if you can see it. I think you can, that right in there is a streak of yellow. Over here is some darker orange. That's what gives your painting some life. If you sit here and mix this up to where it is nothing but a lighter orange. Now let's look. Okay, now look at the difference between this and this. With that streak of yellow and that dark part of the orange, you're getting some life, some movement. In this, you have nothing. It's just a very flat color. You're going to struggle trying to make this look real or alive. Okay, so we've got our orange going on. I'm going to start over here again, making sure you can still see. Throw in some more of the yellow. And now I'm going to add some of that white. Now see, I'm not mixing that up. I could mix it a little more, but I'm probably not. I probably wouldn't. I like this. Look at that. It looks like if you were painting a flower, it looks like the ridges in the flower there. And so again, if I wanted it lighter, I could pull out here on the edge. Make sure you're still seeing. So if you were painting a flower, this, and this are the gradations you want. This makes your flower look dead and flat. So the main points are: use enough paint and don't overmix. Don't sit here and do this. Okay, this is going to give you a dull color. You need the values that you can put into any object that you're painting. Every object needs values, a minimum of 3 values to give it life and distance. Want to put your mixing skills to work? Watch the next video and learn how to paint leaves with depth and light. It's much easier than you think. This video is brought to you by paintingwithacrylics101.com, the place for beginning painters to get information that they can absolutely use and improve their art. Thanks for watching. You know what to do. Like it, subscribe to it, share it, and enjoy it. Have a great day. Let's paint together soon.